All right, we are live. We are going to wait for Danny from Foxify to come. Danny reached out to me a few days ago, said he wanted to do a few giveaways in the community, and he wanted to unveil kind of what Foxify has been working on. I've had Danny on the show a few different times, and when there's always a good team trying to build something really cool in the crypto space, I want to give them the opportunity to come and at least talk with you guys and show you what they're doing. So as soon as he gets in, we'll pop in. What I want to do is just go through some crypto news and talk with you guys, see how you're all doing. I had to take yesterday off, but we're here today. So let's see what we can do here. Let me go ahead and present my screen, see if I can get this all going. Good to see you, LAX. Crypto Girls Experience. Always nice to see you, Joe. What's up, Brian? Good to see you, MMT. Always a pleasure. Let's go ahead and share my screen here. I've been getting this to work pretty well recently. So let's see if we can keep it up. So share. All right. So right now on screen, you should be looking at the coin market cap. All right. And so July, we had a little bit of an uptick. I think what we were experiencing with Bitcoin is, there was a lot of hype around Nashville, the Bitcoin Nashville conference. And a lot of really interesting things came from that. You had politicians from both parties. You had people that have been supporting Bitcoin for a very long time. You had new people. You had institutions like Vanek was talking there. You just had all kinds of people that was really wanting to see, Bitcoin live its best life. And a lot of people believed that certain things were going to be said at that conference to really kind of supercharge the Bitcoin market. And I think there were some really cool things said in that, but I don't think it quite did everything that people were expecting it to do. And so currently Bitcoin is at 64,733. Just want to go over a few things here. August is usually a down month for Bitcoin. If you kind of look at Bitcoin's history, August is kind of a hit or miss type of month. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the whole market. As we were kind of finishing this month, Solana was raging. Solana was at like $190 the other day. Now it's down to 173. So I think a lot of things are just kind of cooling off. You see XRP here at up 1.62%. Always got to love it when XRPs is green. Okay. Bitcoin Cash is actually up 13.54% today. Caspa still going strong, up 13.5%. Caspa is at 20 cents. That is pretty insane. That is actually a 40x from when we originally started talking about Caspa in the Cryptonairz Discord at a half a penny. So hopefully you held on to your Caspa bags. Filecoin down a little bit here. Mantle down a little bit. Atom down a little bit. Render really down. Down 15%, HBAR down 5.46%, Arbitrum is down 11.85%. So pretty much, hopefully this isn't the entire month. Maybe it's just the market cooling off a bit. We did have some pumps on some different tokens, and now we're kind of cooling off. So hopefully good days are ahead. Let me go ahead and keep showing you some information here. I wanted to, over the past 60 days, we've dealt with a lot of different factors, right? The Mt. Gox situation with all of that, Bitcoin coming onto the market and people selling that. We had $16 billion going back from the whole ordeal of FTX. We had the government from Germany selling Bitcoin, and now it's turning into something else. When we saw, people talk, when we saw Trump talk at the Bitcoin conference, a lot of people think what Trump is going to do if he wins the election is to make Bitcoin some type of reserve asset that is backing the US dollar. And if that should happen, like if Trump is able to win in November and he does make Bitcoin a reserve asset, that would be truly incredible for the crypto market. And so we'll have to see. I think a lot of people were really bullish after kind of these comments over the last few weeks, and we'll have to see if that really happens in November, if he does win and if he does hold those promises. But let me just show you kind of Bitcoin by governments. So you can see that the US still holds 213,000 Bitcoin. China is second here with 190,000 Bitcoin. The Great Britain is at 61,000, and El Salvador is here at 5,800, and followed by Ukraine and Germany says zero. So I'm wondering if governments are going to continue to hold on to this and not sell it. I mean, it did seem like Germany didn't really care, wanted to dump it, but will the United States hold on to this? Or will they start, offloading onto the market? Obviously, we'll be better off if they hold on to it rather than dump it. But I just thought that was interesting to show you. I did want to talk to you a little bit about this. Fed Jerome Powell says interest rates could come as soon as September. We have been waiting all of 2024 for an interest rate cut. The markets have been doing pretty well. And so inflation was kind of ticking back up a few months ago. And I think they really didn't want to start lowering rates until they got a little bit more data. I think by now it's time to maybe start lowering rates a bit, and hopefully it all will work out. But this is a 20-second clip from Jerome Powell. Let me play this.
The question will be whether the totality of the data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks are consistent with rising confidence on inflation and maintaining a solid labor market. If that test is met, a reduction in our policy rate could be on the table as soon as the next meeting in September.
All right, so September, we might start seeing better interest rates. Now, I don't think rates are going to drop dramatically fast. I think it'll be a slow burn at first, but this could be. It's good and bad, right? I'm not an economist, so I'm not going to really get into it too much, but having lower rates would make it easier for people to borrow money, be easier for people to, redo their mortgages, student loans, credit cards would be cheaper. It would definitely take the throttle off of the neck of a lot of people. So I do think the government wants to start dropping rates, bit by bit to make sure inflation doesn't tick up too hard. And I think their goal here is to, get it to a reasonable place where inflation comes down and rates come down a little bit, where people can start, re-entering the market, and money can start flowing a little bit easier with businesses too. I know it's been hurting a lot of businesses that have kind of cut down costs associated with office buildings, and a lot of cities have kind of, paid the price for that. It'll be interesting to see how all of this holds up. Let me just check something real quick. UK rate cuts would come in August. It seems like everyone's doing that. And the UK has a new government too now, right, MT? I saw that. Rishi Sunak is out. It's interesting, right? They were in power for 13 years, and now they're not. So I was actually watching an HBO documentary thing on that. So I thought it was really interesting. Prediction markets price an 80% chance of Fed rate cut in September. So it does really look like it's a strong possibility, right? The odds of a September rate cut have risen nearly 25 percentage points since July 1st. In every meeting since 2009, the Fed has done exactly what the market was expecting it to do. So it looks like it's maybe actually happening here in September. Remember, September is a fantastic month, my birthday month. I'm really excited about my birthday this year. I will be 40, believe it or not. Yes, I'm hitting the magic 40 number. I will be, my friend Gabe is actually getting married in September. And so on my birthday, I'll be on a flight to San Diego. And on the 14th, he gets married. So that'll be really, really fun. I get to see my mom and my dad and all that stuff. So it'll be a good vacation for me. Well, mini vacation. Let's keep it going here. So distribution of Bitcoin. Where is all the Bitcoin at right now? A lot of people, have misconceptions of where the massive majority of Bitcoin is. And so what I want to show you, like when I saw this earlier today, I was like, whoa, this is actually a pretty cool graph I want to show people. But look at this, lost Bitcoin, 17.6%. There is billions of dollars in Bitcoin that is lost to the ages. And now, this is on old hard drives. This is on, seed phrases that people have lost. This is, any kind of, it could be anything, right? But it's billions of dollars, and it's really sad to see. So if you have lost Bitcoin over, if you were mining Bitcoin, maybe 5-10 years ago, see if you can locate that, because you might have a lot of money just sitting there. But corporations here are 3.6%. This is actually getting a lot bigger. Bitcoin ETFs, right? This wasn't, a really big thing with spot ETFs until recently. Billions of dollars have gone into Bitcoin recently over the last few months. 3.9%. Government is 2.7%. 6.6 is yet to be minted, and the Satoshi wallet that has been dormant since the creation is at 5.2%. And then, of course, you have miners here at 3.4%. And this is regular holders, 57% individuals holding Bitcoin, believing in it. That's really cool. Here you go. Donald Trump has said he will never sell the 210,000 Bitcoin worth $1.4 billion held by the U.S. government. Let me play this.
Today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
So, all right, Trump's reading a something somebody else put together, right? I don't think he really understands crypto, but it's all good. You know, it's positive that he's saying these things because, you know, if he's saying it, then it might put pressure on his opponent to do something very similar. He did say one of the first things that he would do in office is fire Gary Gensler, and that was a clip that really went viral. A lot of people were extremely bullish on what he said, and you know, I have no love for Gary Gensler. I really hope that either he does it or somebody does it. I think a lot of us thought that Biden was going to do it, you know, 6 months ago when the crypto market was really bad, right? When like the FTX stuff happened. I remember in 2022, 2023, all of that FTX stuff. Luna. I mean, there's so many things that happened that, you know, we were hoping that he would be replaced, but he wasn't. 11 years, a Bitcoin conference can make a difference. This is what it looked like 11 years ago. And this is what it looks like today, right? You have the head of a party there trying to sway voters and to his side. This is really interesting. Russia approves law allowing use of crypto for global payments as it faces ongoing sanctions. So if you didn't know, when Russia invaded Ukraine, you know, they really, when they did their special operation a few years ago, they really pissed off the world. The world kind of said, hey, don't do this. They wanted to do it. They went in, they got kicked out of the SWIFT system. So they can't use regular banking rails to move value. So Russia was always looking for a way around that. And they can find a way around that with crypto. And so this is the lower house of Russia's parliament on Tuesday approved a law that permits making international payments via cryptocurrencies, local media reported. Russia's central bank is itself looking to move money across borders using crypto before the end of 2024. And then the U.S. and its allies have imposed immeasurable sanctions on Russia. I think it's like 13,000 sanctions total. And it's pretty insane. So this is actually really cool. I mean, you know, for the most part, we need more countries using crypto to move value. I wonder if countries see if Russia is very successful in doing this, that it will speed up their timelines in wanting to use crypto to move value around the planet. And, you know, we'll have to see how all this plays out for Russia. U.S. government may begin hoarding Bitcoin, right? This is kind of, I've been seeing this everywhere. I just wanted to kind of show you some of the headlines for this. Legislation has been proposed for the United States government to stockpile Bitcoin for a strategic reserve, starting with seized Bitcoin the U.S. government already holds. I mean, can you imagine what would happen to the crypto market if you have the U.S. government? I see what it would do. It would start a race, right? When you look at stuff like arms, right? One country starts building up a stockpile of arms, and then another country says, "Oh, well, they can't have a bigger stockpile than us. We have to go create our own stockpile," and it becomes a race to who can demolish the next country, right? Or who can have the biggest stockpile. But when you're talking about cryptocurrency, there's a fixed supply. And so if you have the US and China and the UK and, you know, every other country that wants to stay relevant in this new age, stockpiling Bitcoin, I mean, you're talking about a Bitcoin price that'll definitely go into the millions. It's just a matter of time. It's not if. So, man, it's really an incredibly bullish time for digital assets. Never in a million years did I think we would be at a place where you're talking about the US dollar being backed by a crypto. And so I think that's what a lot of us who hold stuff like XRP and, you know, XLM and Quant, We hope that this technology that is being used and tested by central banks starts being stockpiled and used in strategic reserves all over the world, right? In the BIS and the World Bank, European Central Bank. These are the places that we hope start stockpiling our cryptos, because then we would all be incredibly rich. Let me see if Danny's here yet. No. All right. What's up, JP? Good to see you, man. What it do, people? All right, let's keep it going. Bitcoin historically pumps hard after each halving, right? We have not yet really seen the insane pump. I do think Bitcoin will easily go to 150K in this market. What will that do for altcoins when people start selling and just piling money into altcoins? Well, we're supposed to have a crypto market that's supposed to be anywhere from 6 to 12 trillion. 6 on the extremely low side, 12 on the high side. And I remember what it was like back in 2021. I have never seen so many people making so much money in my entire life. I really, it was a casino that everybody was rolling sevens. Everybody was hitting jackpots, and I can't imagine, 2x that or 3x that. What does that feel like? And what does that look like when we start getting to that point? And we are building up to that point right now. September should be an interesting month to see if it's going to build up into October, November, December, January, February. Those 4 or 5 months should be just incredible for our digital assets and our holdings. And I would be shocked if all of this data didn't really speak to us as far as where the markets are heading, right? You saw this is the 2012 happening, 2016, this is 2020, here's 2024, right? How high are we going to actually go? This pump down here from, right around 10,000 here to a high of 66,000. We're already about what the last high is, right? Where are we going to get to now? All right. This is so good, right? This is me every day, right? Democratic Party, Republican Party yelling at each other. If I hit 1,000x, it'll change my life, right? I'm always looking for an opportunity to hit a big return, right? And if you keep at it, if you keep searching, if you keep looking, if you keep researching it, you are going to get there eventually. El Salvador proposes settling trade with Russian cryptocurrency. Right? You are going to get other countries like China, maybe even North Korea join this. I have no idea who's going to kind of join this pact, but you are going to get some countries that have certain dictators that are going to want to, exchange in cryptocurrency, and it's definitely going to happen. All right. Let me see here. So digital rupee grows 9% in just 3 months, with Indusland Bank as an offline CBDC solution. Indusland Bank is a major Ripple partner connecting Brazil and India and in China. And so let me just read a little bit here. So it does feel like India is a little bit ahead of the rest of the world as far as using digital currency. I played a few clips, in past chats talking about the growth of their instant payment system, and it's really been incredible. And you really saw how credit cards were something that a lot of people were using, and then it just kind of died off. And I do think that could be the way of the future. And that's why you look at Visa and MasterCard and Chase and Wells Fargo. You look at all of these big institutions, they are trying to adopt certain areas or certain technologies with crypto because they know it really is the future of how money is going to be moved and managed. And they want to regain and hold on to that power. The Reserve Bank of India reported that its retail CBDC digital currency pilot has now 5 million users and 420,000 participating merchants at the end of June. The digital rupee user figures show an increase of 8.7% compared to a previous quarter, as merchants have grown by 5%. So this is really powerful. When users want to use this type of technology, merchants are forced to adopt it. It's easier for them because they don't have to hold cash. A lot of places, a lot of stores, especially here in the US, tend to get robbed. Imagine if you could, instead of having, the cash or digital, you can have just the digital currency, and you wouldn't have to have, you wouldn't have to carry cash is what I'm trying to get to. But anyways, let's keep going. All right. So XRP Soul. XRP's Zone Soul, hosted by Ripple, developers, corporates, fintechs, banks, VCs, academia, and the XRP communists will come together under one roof for the biggest XRPL event in South Korea. There's a lot of people in South Korea that own XRP, and XRP is definitely one of the favorite currencies of South Koreans. And you just, they're going to have a big event. I will bring updates on my channel from that. It's going to be September 4th. When talking about meme coins, part of the market is memes, and I know my community is divided. I know there's some people in there that love memes, and there's some people in there that it's too risky for them. And I try to find a balance in my life between the two, and it's very difficult because people send me stuff all day long, and I'm trying to sort through information, and a lot of it's meme coin information. And we are very good about identifying tokens before they explode, and we talk about them often in Cryptonairz. But Kyle Chase is one of the he's a bigger name in crypto. Let me just show you who he is real quick. He's the founder of the Paid Network. And this is a launch pad where everybody basically, it doesn't matter how much crypto you have staked on their platform. If you have a smaller amount, you can still qualify and get a good, deployment of whatever projects they are launching. So he's actually been a proponent of PPP, which is player pump player. But let me show you this. So he's saying PopCat, MOG, SCF. This is smoking chicken fish. This is such a weird one. TSU, Tucker, and Genin. So Genin is actually a project that I had brought up around $9 million, and this is up about 300%. This is at 41 million. I brought this up maybe like 4 or 5 days ago in the Cryptonairz meme coin channel, and this is actually done pretty well. But let me just go back to this really quickly. I want to get into some Solana stuff, right? Because Solana is the reason Solana is at $170, $180 is because everybody's still using Solana and trading some memes. And so one of Solana's largest airdrops, valued at over $1 billion, has concluded. Now, this is going to be good for Jupiter because there was a lot of selling on the token because of these airdrops. Total claims, 639,000. Insane. 780 million Jupiter was claimed. So I'd imagine that a lot of these people have been selling Jupiter. And so if you're trading, let me just pull this up for you. If you're trading Solana tokens, this might start rising dramatically now that people are done claiming this token. If you just kind of go back to all, this had highs just in March of $1.83. This is definitely probably a safe bet to imagine that this is probably going to go to a few dollars at least in the bull market. And this is down 36% because people have been selling from this airdrop. So this might be an opportunity for somebody that's looking for a little bit lower risk to invest in one of the best exchanges on Solana, which is Jupiter. All right. Jupiter Exchange hits nearly $80 billion in cumulative derivatives volume in just 6 months after the launch, right? So just, it's insane. $80 billion in derivatives volume in the last 6 months. And this is only going to grow and exceed once new money, I can't speak today. New money starts coming back into the crypto space. Right now, retail isn't back in the crypto space. We are waiting for new money to come in. And until that really happens, we're going to kind of be in the same spot. We need the mass majority of people to come back into crypto. And it's really interesting, right? Because I have a few friends that we talk about the crypto market and what people, what people can expect. And it's really hard to compare the current market that we're in to the 2021 market. Because if you remember, most of us around the world, we couldn't go out, right? We were kind of locked up during that COVID time, that 2020 and 2021. where, you know, people just had a lot of extra money. They had a lot of extra time, and everybody was in the crypto market, or a lot of people were in the crypto market or in the stock market. And so, you know, I'm just wondering how much of an effect that will have on people coming back and participating once the market picks up. All right, let me see if Danny's here. No, not yet. All right, I'll continue to wait. All right, let's go to here. So breaking, Kathy Wood is bullish on Solana. Amazing turn of events. She says that Solana is critical for critical DeFi project, and she will always follow the devs. Solana, let me play this.
I think that smart contracts are going to grow in importance as decentralized finance continues to develop momentum. And both of those are smart contract networks. Each of them has benefits and some trade-offs, but we think both are winners. And to have watched Solana after last year's controversy with FTX being such a big supporter of Solana, and to watch the developers stick with Solana is speaks volumes to us. I always say follow the developers, and they certainly stuck with Solana, and they are also scaling in terms of Ethereum as well. So we think those are two powerful networks in the decentralized finance space. And we also think that this notion of DeFi, decentralized finance, that, you know, if people just start looking at it and thinking about it as simply the internet financial system. The internet in the early days was never conceived of as hosting commerce or financial services. And so developers back then didn't build in that capability. All that's happening now with Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana is developers are building in native currencies and much more streamlined, fewer intermediaries, streamlined ways of dealing in the financial system. Much more efficient, much more productive, just like the internet itself.
All right. I want to move on here. So I thought this was, you got to have some laughter when you are in the crypto space, right? And so this is washing my car with my crypto profits. This is. All right, I'll probably get tagged on YouTube for the song, but I thought that was pretty funny. All right. It looks like Paladin AI is working on something. So you thought Tap to Earn was only on Ton. Pal AI about to bring this feature to Ethereum very soon. Don't sleep on Paladin AI. Devs are working hard. Let me play this. Oh my God! Everybody has this loud music on. All right. Looks like they like the technology. All right. So this was a project that I had talked about inside of the Cryptonairz Discord in the DGen section. This launched yesterday. Interesting launch. Let me just show you this really quickly. So I don't agree with how the devs launched this project, but they did what they did. So the developers of this, it's called TKO'd on Base. Okay. And let me just show this to you. This is supposed to be like UFC fighters, a UFC fighter meme coin. There's some, older UFC fighters that are going to be backing this. There's a charity. I was asked to take a look at this and maybe talk to the community about this. And anyways, long story short, let me show you this. Okay, so when this launched, let me see if I can pull this up for you real quick. I don't understand what they were doing here, but I guess this is a way to launch a token. Hold on, let me just pull this up real quick. Sorry, let's reset here. the project founders decided to launch the token, and they bought up most of the supply. They used bots and didn't open trading for the first $1 million in market cap. I'll get here in a second here. So hold on. Bear with me. They bought this up to about $7 or $8 million in market cap. So here it is. So here's all the transactions. Here's the beginning transactions. So my problem with this is, if anybody bothered to look here, right? When you see the same amount of money going in, the same amount of wrapped Ethereum buying, right? Buying, right? They're using different wallets here, but it's all the same, right? You can tell that this was put together by somebody, right? Like this is not accurate. And so they bought this up, and they bought this all the way up to they opened it up at 1 million, and then anybody could start trading the token. And they bought it up all the way to the top of the chart. Let me just refresh this because I don't want to go all the way through this, but they went all the way up to about 8 million. And now this is back down to about 3.7 million. They're holding the floor of this. And, I'm not going to participate, but this was an opportunity maybe to get in at 1 million, try to sell up here and make, 500 or 600% really quickly. This was an opportunity that people had the information before this launch. They had the contract address before the general public did. And I was just trying to give whoever was paying attention inside of Cryptonairz that extra value. And that's what we try to do in our community. But I don't know how this one's going to fare. I don't know if people are going to look back and see that the trading, most of that trading was done by the team and they own most of the tokens. But this is kind of the world that we live in for meme coins, and things that you should look out for, definitely. All right. JP, will you find out if Danny's coming? Can you just message him and then text me or something? I'd appreciate that. All right. So in the last 2 months, the world's meme coin has been posted more than 850 million times, right? People are still interested in this, right? Like there's 20% of my community that is interested in meme coins, because when there's really not a lot of stuff going on in crypto, the meme coin market is still, it still can be lucrative. I have made some pretty good money on meme coins, and I have lost a lot of money trading meme coins because everybody has some inside information that never pans out, or they have something that, it's very difficult. But I do want to show you something that one of the best tools that I've been able to use in trading meme coins is BullX. And if you're trading anything and you're not using BullX, you need to be. Hold on, let me see if I can just. All right. So this trading platform is just incredible. All right. You can basically search any pair. There's a lot of, pump fund tokens. You can trade any kind of wallets. You can trade Solana. You can trade, let me just show you here. So there's Solana, Base, Blast, Binance, Ethereum, Arbitron. And so you send your crypto to this and you start using this platform. And you can look at new pairs. You can look at liquidity, market cap, who's swapping, buying and selling, what the volume is, has an audit report. There's so many good pieces of information that you can get right here. And you can watch the chart live and trade in this. You can also set up limit orders, right? So like, let's say you're going to sleep and you're afraid a token is going to basically go to nothing, or it's going to die overnight. You can set up limit orders to sell a certain amount of your tokens if that should happen while you're sleeping. So this is a very powerful tool that I think gets overlooked by people. And so you definitely want to start using this. You can actually, if you go down to the link in this video, there is a link that you can use to sign up to BullX for free. Right now, people have to wait. If you just go onto the website and say that you want to use it, you have to wait. But if you use the referral link, you can use it for free. All right. It's definitely something you should check out. All right, let's go back. Let me see here. Oh, hold on one second. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Danny will be here in just a few minutes. Great. All right, let me get back to this. California's Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, has digitized 42 million car titles using AVAX. So the first step is creating the 42 million titles associated with a token on Avalanche Blockchain. That's what the state of California DMV has already done. And now they're doing it in creating a wallet where you can download it on your phone. So this is actually really cool. Oh, there we go. Danny's finally here. Cool. All right, Danny. What's up, man?
Hello. How you doing?
Bro.
Good to see
How's
you
everything?
too, buddy. Good to see you too. Yeah, good. Coming out the other side.
Yeah, how it's still light out there? I mean, you're in the UK still, right?
No, it's not light. It's like it'd be midnight in like 50 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. All right. Well, I had you here in the past and I wanted to bring you back. You wanted to talk a little bit about what you guys have been working on the last few months. I know there was some things that you guys wanted to change to make the platform better. Talk to us about what Foxify has been working on.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, by the way, for like previous support and patience, and eternally thankful. But so Foxify, to anybody that doesn't know me or Foxify, we launched sort of V1 of our platform last year, so perhaps around Q3. Without going through all the history, because we want to look forward, we took the very difficult decision to take the platform down and rebuild it from scratch. Now, part of the strategic reasons for that, rather than reactive, was that we saw an opportunity with prop trading. We wanted to build the first Web3 prop trading application. So if people know what prop trading is, it's, you do an evaluation. Normally you pay a fee, you give some sort of deposit, and you get access to trade their funds, basically. But it's normally not real money. It's like simulated funds, and so there's a huge opportunity within Web3 where you can have ultimately it's very transparent, very trustworthy, and so we set on this very ambitious goal of rebuilding the platform and launching the first integrated perpetuals and Web3 prop trading application, which I'm very happy to say that we have now done. We relaunched the perpetuals platform the end of February, and we had 2,000 users before. We've had another 750 odd users since then, but growing very quickly. Actually, I think half of those users have come in the last 6 weeks, actually. So
oh wow,
growing like really fast. I think we added like 75 users in the last 7 days, so really fast. And and we did sort of 7 weeks on testnet of our prop trading application, which we call Funded, and we've been on mainnet for the last week. So actually the first people to actually get funded and get USDC into their account, they get to keep 80% of the profits they generate, got funded today. So yeah, super fresh out of the box. And feels like obviously we're at the foot of the hill and a huge journey ahead of us. But obviously from where we were and all of the hard work that we put in, and working through some difficult circumstances, obviously we've kind of fought our way back.
I love that, man. Do you want to share what the platform looks like now? I haven't even seen it yet, so I'm really interested to take a look. What it is that you guys have built and how people can participate. I know there's some really what
reading the comments.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
They're fee FIFO fun.
Interesting people all over the world, man. I don't know.
So here we go. Let's present. And this is what I love, actually. We've got do you know what? I gave some alpha. I've just come from an AMA with the pillars, and I gave some alpha, and I gave them some juicy alpha, and I'll give you some different alpha, actually, because it's always good to reward people that made the effort. So we are now a portfolio company of Crypto Oasis in Dubai, which is a Dubai VC. So,
Oh, wow.
so I can share
Congrats.
that publicly. There will be announcements coming shortly as well. So a little bit of alpha for
that is cool, man.
Yeah.
People love what you're doing. You know, they want to. Is that them like owning a piece of you or partnering with you? What does that entail?
Yeah, they're investors, and as a portfolio
Investors.
company, they support you with sort of networking, other investment discussions, growth. Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We've got a lot of cool stuff. You know, we've got obviously partnership with Peerth. You know, we've announced previously, but it's been very quiet. But we're going to be relaunching the partnership with Chainlink. We've got stuff going on all over the place. We've got 2 massive partnerships in discussion at the moment. We've got just
your platform has always looked really cool.
Thank you.
Sorry,
compared to the first version, I'll say it. I'll say it now because it's not mine. But you know, when you think your own baby is ugly, I hated the first version of our platform. hated it. But it was so hard just to get that out that then, you know, to say, look, you know, wipe the floor with this and start again, which is ultimately what we had to do. So yeah, no, it's super slick what we've got now. So let me what I'll do is I'll jump into funded and I'll show people the rules.
And how people would start their journey.
Maybe let me jump to another.
There we go.
Yeah, let me share this, right? Because I think this gives like a good context of what we're doing, right? So prop trading is a $6.2 billion a year industry, 0 presence in Web3, right? That's the headline. Web3 solves a lot of the problems that the prop trading industry has. So their biggest problems around trust, transparency. You know, there's a lot of fake trading, fake money, and that's all possible because of Web 2, right? It's not on chain and it's not verifiable. Whereas what we're doing, because it's Web 3, it's completely trustworthy. You can see the USDC in your trader account. It's completely trustworthy. There's no smoke and mirrors. So ultimately what our platform is like an integrated perpetuals DEX and prop trading application. So we have the Foxify platform, which is the perpetuals platform. So you can trade up to 50 times leverage. Crypto pairs at the moment, but you know, plan to add more pairs as we go. And trader trades trades on the perpetuals platform, and they're trading against the liquidity pool. Okay. Whereas the funded platform, actually, what a trader can do, they have to qualify with their own funds. All they have to do is trade on the platform and hit a target, basically. And they qualify for funding within 7 days, all on chain, no KYC, no deposit, no paper trading, no funny games, no smoke and mirrors. It's all completely verifiable on chain. So the trader creates their trader account on funded. When they fund their account, they trade against perpetuals against the LP. And if they're successful, then they receive additional funding from the vault. So somebody who is performing at trading can multiply their collateral very quickly, actually. So somebody who's got $400, they start the qualification, they can turn that into maximum $2,400 in 7 days. So you can 6 times your collateral, and you get to keep 80% of any profits you generate from the funds that you've received, if that makes sense.
So what happens when you say you're an all-star trader and you're like, hey, I got $400, I want to start building that, and I want to start participating in that. So I build in the 7 days up to 6x. I build it up to 2,400. What happens after that? Can I like re-push it, right? Because people that trade crypto love to gamble, right? That's basically a lot of what we're doing here. And so what is that next step?
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation in the industry, right? So you can see the levels here. So you start off at qualification here, and you provide this collateral, right? So Rob, you want to use funded, you deposit $400 into the platform, and you just have to start trading. That's it. Your goal is to grow that $400 by 15%. So you need to get to $460 in 7 days, and you have to hit some KPIs. So you have to do a minimum number of trades, so 8 trades. You have to be active for a certain number of days, so you can take days off. That's fine. Or you can maybe just open one trade quickly on one day. That's okay. But you just have to be active a certain number of days, minimum number of trades. And if you grow that 400 to 460 or above, actually, the important bit here, 100% profit share at qualification. It's always your money. At the end of the challenge, if you've turned 400 into 500, you still qualify for funding. You can take your money back out and keep that money. Yeah. It's not like a deposit that you pay to us or to the platform. And then you receive $2,000 into your trading account. So we had our first funded traders actually qualified today because they started 7 days ago. And you receive $2,000 into your trading account. You've got some rules that you have to adhere to. So you've got minimum collateral, maximum collateral in a trade. And then the challenge becomes a bit longer. And so therefore you have to do more minimum trades and more active days. But then you get to keep 80% of any profit that you generate. So you turn that 2,000 into 4,000, you get to keep 80% of that additional 2,000 that you created.
Okay. What happens if you lose the money?
If you lose the money, you lose your funding. So you can do, if you're at silver, you can only go up or down, right? No, sorry, that's wrong. You can either be maintained or you can go down or you can go up. If you're at one of the other levels, then you can be demoted one level. So if your performance is kind of not terrible, but not great, so you're positive, but it's not amazing, then you'll lose one level. If your performance is good but not amazing, then you'll be retained. So you get to repeat that. So for example, if I take $5,000 at gold and I'm up 20% at the end of the challenge, right? So I've made $1,000. I'll get to keep 80% of that. So $800 goes into my pocket, but I don't get promoted. I can just start gold again. Yeah. And if I do really well, then I get promoted.
And is there anything after platinum? I mean, what's the overall goal here? Obviously to make as much money as you can, but like, is there an overall goal, like where there's a winner of a certain challenge, or how does this all work?
Yeah, look, ultimately, we want people to, be very disciplined and to perform over time for themselves. We're on private beta now. We're just, there won't be that much longer for you to join private beta because, you have to be able to complete at least a 7-day challenge. Okay. So, it'll be a matter of days before we're going to cut that off, and there won't be any new joiners. And then, probably I would guess probably 10 to 14 days, no more, we'll come out of private and we'll be in public. And then really it's about you trading on the platform, qualifying and getting into a position where you're trading with someone else's money. And if you do badly, you lose your funding and you might have to start again. But if you do very well, then you're earning 80% of the profit that you generate, but you're trading someone else's money.
Love that. And then, I mean, once you hit platinum, is that the end all that be all? Is that the king of the platform where, you're platinum, maintaining that?
It's early days, right? So
okay.
We could have limitless number of challenges, limitless scale. We can, we've done 361 days of research. And feedback we got from people was, some people said the challenge was too big, some people said that 400 was too small for them, and they'd rather see sort of a bigger commitment up front and then bigger account sizes. So I think I think what we see is more levels, and we see different sizes, small so it's more inclusive, and bigger ones so that people that would rather trade with larger sums find it more interesting as well. So it's limitless in terms of what we can do. We do have a big partnership with Pith, and after private beta, when we go into public, we are doing a funded bonus where there'll be $5,000 worth of Pith tokens will be paid out to the first 10 traders that get retained at platinum, actually. So there will be a big bonus. Obviously, if you go from qualification to platinum, you've performed well and you would earn lots of money anyway. But there's a $5,000 in Pith bonus that we're offering as well.
I love it. And so if somebody looked at this and said, hey man, I got $400, I think I'm a good trader, what do they do?
Yeah, well, at the moment, come into our server and say private beta, and people will jump on you and go, here's the information, get involved, and it'll be super easy. And once we're out of private beta, all you need to do is land on the platform, you fund your account, you'll see a dashboard like this. You can see that I'm in qualification, so it's just buffering a second. So you can see that I'm 3 days into my challenge. I've got 3 active days.
Wow.
I've already hit my KPI for my number of trades, so I've hit 9 out of 8. I'm on track at the moment, so I need to be plus 15%, and I'm plus 17. And I do have an open trade, but it was dipping a bit. So let's have a look. I opened this before my AMAs tonight. Let's have a look. Come on.
And so is it what can you trade, Dan?
We're in the green a little bit.
What can you trade, Dan? Is it just Bitcoin,
Yeah,
or is
so
it
at the moment? No, so we've got 5 pairs at the moment to give like a range of assets, right? Our strategy isn't to have the most assets on the platform at the moment. That will come. Right now, our strategy is funded. So we've got, we'll probably up it from 5 to 10 in the near future. But right now, you've got, Bitcoin, you've got blue chip in ETH, you've got a couple of altcoins in Arbitrum and BNB, and then you've got Doge. So the long-term plan is multiple assets, multiple classes.
Man, the platform looks so good, man. You guys have done such good work on this.
Oh, thank you. It's been a lot of work's gone into it. But yeah, definitely a huge step forward from where we were.
So what does the future look like for Foxify? Do you guys have anything else that is planned or that you're working on, or any other alpha that you can give to us at this time?
Yeah, look, I think when you're bringing a $6.2 billion industry on chain for the first time,
Oh. Did I freeze or did he freeze? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, am I still here? Maybe not. Shit. Oh, I'm still here. Okay. I think Danny froze. Okay, cool. All right. I never know which it is. Okay. So while Danny connects, let's just take a deep breath. Danny and the team have been working really hard. It was him. Okay. I never know. All right. The stress when that happens, you have no idea. Like, you sit here and you wonder and you think, like, is it me? Is it me? Like, am I still there? And then you don't want to interrupt the person if you've disconnected and you're trying to reconnect. So awesome. Well, Danny, he likes to make he comes in with the puff of smoke. He delivers what he needs to do, and he disappears in the back alley. Love it. Love it. You cannot build that much excitement up, but it's really good to see. Oh, he's back. Hey,
I'm back.
I didn't know if it was you or me, so I was a little bit of a panic there for a second, but good to see you back.
I'm back. Yeah. I don't know what you heard.
You were right about to tell us some other alpha if that was the case. I asked you if there was anything else that you're working on. Is there any other alpha? Yep. And you were like, yes. And then you disconnected. Yep. So
yeah, look, we've already got massive partnerships, right? People like Arbitrum, Pith, Chainlink, which we've announced last year, but it's been a bit dormant, that partnership. That's picking up again. So we've got some announcements in the pipeline for work that we're doing with Chainlink. We'll be going cross-chain with an up-and-coming blockchain who is keen to see a perpstex with something completely unique on their blockchain. So that will be announced in due course. That's a deal that's already signed, by the way. It's not like coming. And our goal, look, ultimately, what we've built is super innovative, right? If you got $400 today, Rob, why would you not use funded on Foxify? You can 6 times your collateral in 7 days. If you're doing well, there is risk in trading, you can lose, but the downside risk is the same with Foxify as it is with any other platform. True. Right? The upside potential is outsized. So that's our competitive edge, and that requires a lot of hard work, effort, research. And so, I think we've got a massive roadmap item, and scaling what we've deployed in the last week is really, really important. But the looking into the future, funded pro is our plan, which is, you know, multiple asset classes, deep liquidity, multiple pairs, multiple chains. And, you know, that's where we'd see ourselves going in the future. But I think we have to be careful, right? With the first people to bring a $6.2 billion industry on chain,
Yeah.
you know, we've got a big opportunity to execute on right now. And then, you know, there's other things in the pipeline.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, you want to get really good at what you're doing now, because you're right. You're for one of the first people doing this, or first groups and companies doing this. So I'm sure there's going to be other companies that are going to look at you and say, hey, if they can do it, we can do it. And that, you know, the space might get a little bit crowded, but right now you're kind of up there by yourself, which is really incredible, man. So my kudos to you. Is there anything else you wanted to share with us or tell us before we kind of ended this segment?
Yeah, look, if anybody thinks this, typically we're finding we go and do a session with 30 traders and 25 are interested. We know it's a very attractive proposition, and if you are interested, come into the community and we can get you into private beta. Everybody that takes part in private beta, which is a limited time window now, will get a free NFT mint. So all they have to do is complete one challenge, win or lose. They get a free NFT mint. The NFT, at the moment, the gold, you have a 1 in 100 chance of minting the gold, and the gold is worth, floor price $8,000 actually, because the gold will get you, it will get you an extra 25% collateral on the funded platform, you see. So if somebody owns a gold, they can stake it, trade, and then it really bumps up their collateral on the platform. So yeah, so and then you've got silvers, they do 10%, and then bronze you can convert into silver. So just by taking part in private beta, you get an opportunity. There's a 1 in 100 chance you mint the gold, right? But you definitely will mint something of value, because even the bronze have a resale value.
Love that, man. It sounds like if you have 40 grand, what you need to do is open 100 different accounts, and you have a 100 in 100 chance of getting it, right? The 1 in 1 chance of getting the gold. And hey, if you're a good trader, you'll make it all back anyways. So I love that, Danny.
Yeah.
When you say,
Cool.
just really quickly, because I want to make sure that anybody that comes from my community or listens to this goes and does this properly and safely, right? When you say go into your community, are you talking about your Discord community? Is that where people need to head to get
where we're
this
most
help?
active? So yeah, if you literally come in and say private beta, just say that. You know, the guys will jump on you. They give you the information. We've got 108 traders actually. So for a project of our size, right, that's a big trading community that we've got signed up. We've got 108 traders already in that community, people going in there every day. And there's, you know, really supportive group of people there to help you through your first challenge. Just
make sure when you get help, that you're being helped from somebody that's actually on the, admin list or actually works for Foxify. Cause I'm sure there's some scammer somewhere that is trying to say, hey,
yeah, well, it's a private channel for private beta. So you get whitelisted, it's exclusive. Great. You know, it's very exclusive.
Don't respond to a random DM is what you're saying. You're going to get added to the platform. Got it. All right, Danny. Hey, man, thank you for sharing everything with us. Buddy. It's awesome, man. I can't wait to see it. If there's ever any challenges that I can really lose at, like last time, please let me know.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Cheers, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Hey, if you know what you're doing, go at it, I mean, I like what they built. I'm not really good at reading charts. I'm trying to get better. Like I'm trying to do my work, planning videos, talking to projects, and in between I have like a TA video on YouTube playing. I'm doing my best to try to get better at TA. And so, hey, that's my challenge, get better over the next 6 months. And then go, try to get funded with Foxify. That sounds kind of cool. All right. What's next, my people? What's next? We got anything you guys want to check out together? Any tokens, any alpha, any projects? I always like to kind of talk with the community, at the end of a chat and see if there's a topic you guys want to talk about or go over, or, I do miss Discord chats though. I think next Tuesday I'm going to be in the Discord. It's a little bit more homey feel. I feel like. All right. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you before we end it here today. No, I think we went through. I went through everything, guys. I went through everything. So, what I'll do is I will bid you adieu. I'll be here on Friday with another chat. If you want to attend that chat, I'll do it live on YouTube and live in the Cryptonairz Discord. If you want to go ahead and join the Discord, absolutely free, you can do that. But I will be in the Discord because there's some stuff I want to talk about, and I can't do it on stream, and so I want to talk with the community about a few different things, and it's just difficult for me to do it on this platform like this. But if you DM me, I have a free airdrop for all. That sounds a little shady raid number. I don't know if I'm going to be DMing you, man. Anyway, all right. I'll leave it at that. Have a good Wednesday. I'll see you on Friday. Aloha.